Everyone is said to have a lookalike somewhere in the world, but what are the chances of meeting your real-life doppelganger? Probably not that high.
And what is that moment like?
Yeah.
Well, let's have a look. This is the moment two complete strangers travelling on a flight from Stansted to Ireland last week came face to face on the same plane because one of them was sitting in the other's seat. They were travelling, can you believe it, to the same hotel, completely separately.
Unbelievable, unbelievable. A photographer, Neil Douglas, shared the selfie of him and Rob Stirling that you saw there on Twitter, and of course within hours it went viral. And the lookalike pair join us now. So look, talk us through it then. Who was already on the plane?
So I was already on the plane. I was sitting amongst some friends. I'd actually swapped my seat so that a couple could sit together to sit next to my friend.
Wow, another fluke.
And then literally just happened to kind of stumble across Neil as he was the last one on the plane.
So, yeah. Neil, you get on the plane,
yeah,
find your seat and find yourself sitting in it.
Yes, pretty much, yeah.
What was that like?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Did you say something straight away, or were you a bit like, he looks a bit like me, but I don't want to mention it?
As Neil was walking on the plane, one of my friends had kind of spotted him already, and as they do, anybody with a ginger beard becomes a lookalike for me. And instantly there was the request for us to have photos together, which, you know, like more often than not, happy to oblige. But in Neil's case, obviously, it was even more clear that we looked more similar than most.
Yeah.
Neil, what goes through your head when it feels like you're looking in a mirror?
Yeah, I was just taken back, but then I just found it really funny. Yeah, so that's why I took this. When I took the selfie, we just laughed.
Yeah.
You know.
And it kind of went a bit bonkers online, didn't it? I mean, people really picked it up and ran with it. I think because people might think there are people out there who look like us, but then actually meeting that person might be a bit odd. Is it odd?
Yeah, kind of. Like I say, it happens quite a lot in terms of anyone with a ginger beard tends to be assumed as a doppelganger for us. But in Neil's case there was a lot more similarities than normal. But it was kind of crazy how big it got so quickly.
Yeah.
Just from posting a picture online to say, sat with my twin.
So you seized the opportunity, took a selfie of the two of you together, and obviously everyone went crazy and loved the idea of it. Did you leave it there, or did you think, we look so alike, we're going to have to follow this up?
Well, we just left it there, didn't we? And then the internet done the rest. It just went absolutely crazy. We had like Mike Tyson sharing it, Anton Dex sharing it. Yeah, just all these celebrities sharing our story.
I think when someone writes the biography of this decade, the internet did the rest will be the title of it.
Pretty much everything. No, you're absolutely
you ended
right.
up not just sitting, apparently, you know, next to each other on the same plane, entirely coincidentally. You did end up at the same hotel, so everyone at the hotel must have thought you were there for some convention,
Yeah.
Doppelganger convention.
Absolutely, it was. We didn't actually realise. Obviously, we chatted on the plane and realised we were both going to Galway, but it wasn't until we made separate journeys to the hotel as well, and it wasn't until I was actually leaving, having checked in, to then see Neil walking in. So obviously, we then made arrangements to kind of chat later on in the evening as well, especially as Neil was by himself.
Now, you're not the only people who look like you, because I think there is another person who got in touch on the internet.
Oh, yeah.
Well, my goodness me, who's this fella? Have you contacted him?
No, I've seen these tweets. He's a good-looking guy.
You're all in the same boat.
It's like the ginger bearded club, really.
You should make a little gang, shouldn't you? So obviously you share a love of ginger beards. Have you had a chance to sort of find out how similar you are in other ways?
Well, we, like I said, once we were in Galway, we did kind of spend the evening together, just chatting and socialising, and yeah, it was very easy to get along. So
that was coincidental as well, because I didn't know you were going to that bar.
That's absolutely
true.
So
I just went out for a pint, and it turns out he was in the bar as well. So
somebody is forcing this whole thing to happen. The universe must be shifting on its axis or something.